ايوه انت معنا برضه دلوقتي. صورة حلوة. اسمك ايش؟
محمد.
محمد. عشان سامي يا ابني. تفضل بس امسك دي كده، بس ما تعملش حاجة ابدا. تصورنا كده. ايوه خلي ما تضغطش على اي حاجة، القرآن غيره هكذا. So what I was saying, so after all, what is in the Holy Quran? The Holy Quran, as I told you, like any constitution. Take for example, a portion of the Holy Quran demonstrates the life of the nations that have expired and have gone. Those who followed the orders of their and the teachings of their prophets, they have been successful and they lived happily in this world, and also ultimately, inshallah, they go to heavens, also they have happiness. This is one portion. The other portion in this life, how we should live, for example. Take for example, in this, take about business. When somebody make business with other fellow, what does it say? What do they make now? If they make an agreement, they put in a contract, and then there will be co-witnesses so that they don't deviate, don't change their mind later. And the Holy Quran says like this: if you do business, so on an agreement, so you put it in writing, and let two people should be co-signers, so that you don't change your mind later. Just imagine, this system has been at that time 1,433 years. It was there. Also in the Holy Quran says that your father and mother, you respect them, and you be helpful to them, and you be, never fight with them, so much that even if they make you angry, if they tease you, you don't say even to them, oh, what is this? Showing your boredom or you are angry. Don't say, oh, this word of is mentioned in the Holy Quran. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. وَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا. Never to say to them off, and never you frown at them. And be, even if they are not of your religion, if you're not they of your code, anything, still in this life you have to respect them and keep them very well and serve them as they have served you when you were a baby and you were helpless. That's in the Holy Quran says. About the neighbors, we have to be kind to the neighbors. All the neighbors should be kind to them. And therefore, I remember when I was a young boy, we had our neighbors, our houses were small houses. Even in the family nowadays, families have large houses. You see, when they have large houses, you'll find somebody sitting there, father sitting there, mother sitting there, children sitting there. There isn't touch, but their body do not touch while they are talking. Like, for example, you see, look at the animals when they are gathering the animals the children, children of animals. They sit close to each other. They warm each other. So the emotions and the body are together. Nowadays, it is not. In the old time, we had small houses. You'll find the grandfather and the father and the young and the boys who are married. All are living in one house. So the elderly is taking care of the youngsters. Once the youngsters are angry and something happens, so they were cooling them down. They are like breaking. That's the way. That's the way it was. Here also, I remember when my mother used to cook something, we used to take a plate to this neighbor and to this neighbor and to this neighbor, and receiving also from other neighbors. So as if in any kind of catastrophe or any kind of trouble or any kind of happiness, they were all the people of the area were gathering to be with each other. They were as if one family. Now you'll find there are people who are neighboring each other, but years pass and they don't know each other's name. Maybe in the street, if they meet, they say hello, hello. They might say hello. Otherwise, they don't say if they don't fight. That is the problem. People have changed because the material side has entered in the heart, the love of material side. So we have forgotten the emotional side of it. And the Holy Quran also says that it's because when the Holy Quran came, people were drinking liquors. So now religion wants to stop the liquors. So when it doesn't say don't drink, if you say like this, people will continue drinking. But Holy Quran, God knows our nature better. So first said, drinking and gambling, it seems to you there is some benefit of it, but their harm is more than their benefit. So some people who were pious enough, they quit. Then, after a while, when people increased, those who were pious, said like this, don't approach prayers while you are drunk. Now, since we are praying 5 times per day, 1 in the morning, 1 at noontime, 1 between noontime and sunset, 1 at sunset, and 1 at... So between this, we have to be sober, not to stand in the prayers and start dancing. So that's the thing. So that's why we cannot drink. And even at night we cannot drink, because in the morning we have to get up sober. We don't have a hangover, as they say. Yes. So that's why. So it is about drinking. Then when only little people were left behind, still they are addicted of drinking. It said that drinking, gambling, and there are other things, these are evil deeds of the Satan. Aren't you going to quit? So they all said, we quit. So they have dropped all drinking. But still there are Muslims who are drinking, of course, because the child inside is still weak, it cannot resist. But really, no drinking. And also treating our wives, how to treat them. Somebody approached Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and asked him, who is the person we have to regard most and respect most after God? He said, your mother. They said, then who? He said, your mother. They said, then who? He said, your mother. They said, then who? He said, your father. Because it is mother. It is mother who takes the most care and the most pain and the most suffering for us to be grown up. That's why Prophet Muhammad says, teach us that we have that paradise under the feet of mothers. You want to go to paradise? You have to kiss the feet of your mother every day. So we teach our children to do this, to kiss the feet of their mothers in order to go to paradise, to be deserve to go to paradise. That's it. It's all love. Because if we love each other, we respect each other, we tolerate each other in this life, we are entitled to go to paradise. Otherwise, we go there, again we will start World War First, World War Second, World War Third, and so much chaos and so much killing. That is the problem. So that's it. All the books that came from God to train us how to be qualified when we go to paradise. It is a real paradise. We don't start all the chaos we are doing here in this way. So this is a copy of that Holy Quran. When you go to top copy in Turkey, you will see the real copy really. And by the way, not even a letter of Holy Quran is changed, because it didn't come in any other language. It's only in Arabic language. While the Bible and the Old Testament translate to many Latin language, other languages. So each language has its own speciality, and there is a word in a language which doesn't exist in another language. It is like this. I know myself, I speak 7 languages, I know. So I learned these languages, I know. There is even some gestures done. For example, some Bedouins in the desert, if you ask him, have you seen Mr. So-and-so? He might say, la, means no. He may say, means no. You say, means no. It's all no. But it's different gestures, because the people who are together, they always put signs for anything, to show this gesture. That's it. So this is about the Holy Quran. Let's go to the mosque, please. Thank you very much, really. شكرا جزيلا يا ابني.